Through the years between him being his first years as a officer to being chief, which are the in between years, moving up the ranks. As you can see, that's him in the third to the right, along with his workers, along with his coworkers, Lionel
Lizarga,
and Kenny Ramsey.
Kenny Ramsey,
And this is
yours truly,
Uh-huh.
and there's Bob Gray. What a man. I really liked him, just like a father to me. He was a lieutenant in investigation, and all of us were investigators. I was a sergeant, and well, he treated us very, very well, and we did work together like brothers. We worked many years together. And Kenny Ramsey has gone to heaven, and so has Lionel Lizarga. I'm the only one hanging around. I don't know why, but here I am. So, yeah, and Paul Wheeler, the one in the middle over there, that was the chief of police. So you see him?
Mm-hmm. All right.
The one with the white shirt and red tie. Yeah.
And then, so after that, we're gonna move on to later on. This is you in 1976 when you became an inspector. What was that feeling like to move up the ranks of starting very young at the Peace Officer Academy, patrolman, to finally work your way up the ranks and actually see the work you put in?
Well, when I first started, I was 21 years old, and I was the baby of the police department there. And they were all older than I was, and I became inspector. But before that, I was like I said, a detective sergeant, and then patrol sergeant, detective sergeant, and then I became a lieutenant of investigation. And then after lieutenant of investigation, I became a captain, captain. I managed the civil departments as a captain, and then as a captain, then I became inspector, and then then I went up to assistant chief, and then the rest.
You sure do. And you mind sharing some fun memories with working with Lionel and Kenny while being with the police force?
Oh, we worked a lot of cases together. We're standing right in front of the investigation bureau. That is the front door. And we were narcotic cases, burglary cases, robbery cases, homicides, and side by side we solved a lot of cases. Lionel Lizarga was the brains, Kenny was the worker, and I was the one doing the ordering. I would order. But I had a good staff. They did well.
And then after that, you worked your way up, and then finally in 1982 you became chief. And you being chief with serving for 13 years as chief, with 34 years total service with the El Central Police Department. What was it like to not only move up the ranks, but move up the ranks in your department, and to see the growth of the city over your time as a police officer?
34 years is a long time in anybody's life. And that's the only job that I ever had in my lifetime. And I didn't know any other type of work other than police work. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed helping people, working with people. I enjoyed my personnel. I enjoyed seeing how I hired people. I hired the first female police officer. There were no other police officers that were female in the county. I don't know whether there were any close to us or not, but I hired the first one, a female. And I hired, during my time, we had affirmative action. I don't know whether you guys would remember that. It was a law that that you had to balance things out, you had to hire minorities, to kind of even things out. And I did, but I did not ever hire anybody unless they met the standard, unless they were equal. If they were equal, if I had two people and I had to choose, and one was a minority, that minority better be as good or better for me to hire him. And they were. And I hired a lot of minorities too. But based on that though.
And that's so awesome for you to use your position to not only help the local Mexican American community, but not only that, give the community some type of representation in its city officials. And